I actually speak all over the world about doctors and social media and engaging in social media. And one of the things I like to point out is the fastest growing demographic on Twitter right now is 55 to 65-year-olds. That is a real data from Pew. And I think that just goes to show you that folks can be taught, can come around and actually have fun with it at some point. It's a great way to make an impact globally from home. No, I think that patient support pages are very important. I think that one of the things doctors who become Twitter savvy should do is create Twitter chats scheduled around, in my world, I implant defibrillators. So ICD patients, we used to have in-person ICD support groups. Now we have Twitter chats so that you can have folks that share information. Well, I got this device, this was my experience. What you'll find is in these Twitter chats and these support pages, that's where patients actually talk about the good experiences and the bad experiences. And I think they, oftentimes they refer people to different institutions, different physicians, and different treatments. And so I think it's important to engage patients in that way because it's a like-minded group of people. I think it's often important to have a moderator, be it a nurse, a doctor, or another healthcare provider, because you want to make sure that you dispel any inaccurate information that's flying about in the rumor mill in that Twitter chat. Every platform has a different, a different viewership, a different style. With Twitter, it's all about microblogging. You're getting a very simple message across in 140 characters or less. Now you can link to, other data or other articles, and that's a good way to integrate. For YouTube, it's more conversational and really sharing maybe something similar to a 2 to 3 minute segment on the national news. You're sharing a concept and telling a story from beginning to end. For physicians, you can use that to talk to patients about this is what it's like to get an ICD or have an ablation or a heart catheterization. Those are very, very helpful things. Facebook pages are more to drive, in my opinion, to drive content from your blog to your Twitter account to your website. Social media must be integrated and it must be tied together so that if you find me in Twitter, you should be able to find my blog, you should be able to find my YouTube page, you should be able to find my Instagram, because you don't want people to be stuck with the content they don't really engage well with. They may engage well with a blog and not so well with Twitter. If you can drive them both places, the message still gets out. I think mobile health, having everything at your fingertips on your iPhone or your Android or whatever device you use, or your pad, is going to be the future. I think that Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, all this continues to evolve, and there'll be new platforms out there. I think you just, as a social media engager, you always have your ear to the ground, and if you're engaging, you're going to be able to keep up with the latest and greatest developments. And for me, it's fun. It's a challenge, and I think that it's often hard to measure the ROI, or return on investment, for social media. It's not how many followers you have, it's how many engagements you have. For example, in 6 hours at the meeting yesterday, I was tweeting and I had 24,000 different impressions in 6 hours off what I had tweeted, and I probably put out 35 tweets. From my practice, I think it brings people to our institution, for one. I think in general, my big push is just to, promote health and wellness among, Americans. And I think for me, that's a huge return on investment. Does it individually benefit me? Maybe not. But, our mission as physicians is to make people better. And social media is one tool. And if I can get you to exercise and eat a better diet, and then I don't have to treat you for diabetes and hypertension, then I've done my job.